Yeah, anyways, enough with the rambling. Let's get to the news finally. I apologize. I'm talking like crazy about random shit. But let's follow up on the Raekwon, Nas, Jim Jones diss I talked about in the last podcast. Raekwon, he addresses that rumor that Nas dissed Jim Jones. So let's go over the article. Recently, Raekwon and Nas teamed up for a collab called The Amarada. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. The Amarada. And an alternative version of the track surfaced online. In it, the latter throws multiple jabs at an unnamed op, who many speculated to be Jim Jones. Some of his fiery bars include "Got some smoke with me, beef with yourself. You got me confused with your fabricated form of delusion. You're dusty, need to be bitch smacked." During an appearance on Fat Joe and Jadakiss's podcast, Joe and Jada last month, Jones reacted to a video of a fan comparing him to Nas and arguing that he's the bigger artist. Yeah, which we talked about, but let's see what Raekwon has to say.
I don't got a lot. This is worth everything. Nas did not write that verse for Jim. That was a straight shot Jim got hit with. And y'all made it seem like that was for Nas. That was for Jim. Nas wasn't dissing Jim. He wasn't dissing him. And the reason why he changed it, because he knew that at the end of the day, damn, Chef, I gave you these verses months ago, and now all this shit is popping up, which at the end of the day, he not standing on it because he's in another zone. He trying to get money. He doing this, he doing that. You know, Jim said what he said, and the fans responded, and that was that. Nas is all the way on the other side somewhere, not even paying attention to it that deep. He's not getting caught up in that. And now all of a sudden, when I'm getting ready to drop my album, Nas hits me and say, "Yo, Chef, I'm going to do another verse, my nigga, because I don't know, for some reason, I think that this rhyme right here is going to make niggas feel like I'm dissing Jim, and I'm not." You know what I'm saying? This rhyme I made way before all this shit even came up. And this is real shit, y'all. I don't got to fucking lie to y'all niggas, man. I promise y'all niggas, he wasn't dissing Jim. This ain't no diss record. And if it was a diss record, why would he put it on my record? Because guess what? I fuck with Jim. He know I fuck with Jim. Jim is a Cuban Links king to me. He's a Cuban Links disciple. That's my nigga. Jim would jump out of fucking Rover on me, see me somewhere in the city and come and say, "Yo, Chef, what's good? You all right?" So I ain't getting in nobody beef. If it was a beef, it's no beef. So y'all took whatever that rhyme was that leaked, because I guess it leaked from somewhere. It didn't leak from us. But yo, that wasn't for Jim. I'm telling y'all niggas that. So yo, spread the fucking word, man.
I don't know. It wasn't a direct shot. And yeah, it can be interpreted as anything. But it's always interesting to me that these verses somehow leak around the time when like Jim Jones is saying something. And, you know, it's like the Jay-Z tactic, man. It's like the sneak diss and just throw a shot. And, oh, if people say it's about you, I'm going to back out. Not saying that Nas is scared of Jim Jones. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just think it's very ironic that the verse leaked. And then, you know, it leaked around the time of all this stuff happening. Like, if this would have leaked, you know, let's just say the original version came out, which it did, and then like 2 years later, this verse leaked. Okay, then it would have been like, okay, there's no way that this is for Jim Jones. This is something that was, you know, came out way later, blah, blah, blah. People wouldn't have speculated that. But it's just very, I think Raekwon did this to get more attention on his project, and Nas was cool with it too. That's what I think. I think so. I don't know, man. I just think a lot. I'm a hip hop conspiracy theorist in a lot of senses, where these things are planned out so people can talk more about certain people's albums and songs. That's what I think. A lot of this stuff gets planned out way ahead of time. I mean, my favorite rapper literally plans out beefs. I mean, I remember Chamillionaire talking about it. How something Chamillionaire said about 50 or something, and then 50 said something about Chamillionaire. I think he said something like, these rappers that don't cuss, they think they're like the best or whatever, they're corny or something like that, because he was going at Master P at the time, and then Chamillionaire was also switching to not cussing. He said something like that. They're corny, or they think they're holier than thou, whatever. I don't know what 50 said word for word, but 50's Chamillionaire like didn't take that and run with it and create a feud. He just kind of like respected 50 and kept it moving. But then 50 later ran into Chameleon and was like, 50 was like, I gave you this bone so you can take your career to another level if you want by feuding back and forth for a little bit. You got to remember at this time too, on Chameleon's second album, Ultimate Victory, which to me is a classic, it was released a week after 50's and Kanye's battle that they had. September 11th was their battle, and then September 18th, 2007, Chameleon's Ultimate Victory came out. And all the attention was on 50 and Kanye instead of Chameleon's project, which was a shame because Chameleon's album, I don't want to say better, but let's just say that year in 2007, it was a top 5 album that came out. I think Graduation was the best album. Actually, yeah, I think Graduation was the best album to come out that year. Then 50's album, Curtis. Then Chameleon's Ultimate Victory. And then T.I. versus T.I.P. And then what else came out in 2007? Buck the World. I think that's actually good because I really enjoyed Buck's album as well. But yeah, regardless, I'm getting to something totally different. But yeah, that's like my favorite rapper is known for orchestrating beef. So I wouldn't be surprised if this Raekwon, Nas, Jim Jones things gets orchestrated behind the scenes. There's a lot of, remember when I think it was Jim Jones that said this actually, funny enough, and Joel Santana. I think they revealed that at one point they were going to start beefing with each other to create more buzz for a Dipset reunion, which is crazy. But then, like, I think it was Jim Jones. I don't know who it was, but they're like, this is corny. I'm not about to do this. So some people play into it and know how to market it and do it really well, and it's not serious. It's just a little bit back and forth in the public eye, and then they move on. And then some people actually take it serious, and there's some real, beef going on behind the scenes. But I don't buy what Raekwon's saying. That's my take on it. But yeah, that's what Raekwon had to say about that alleged Nas diss towards Jim Jones on that leaked verse.